Yes, on.
Hey, Mr. Flip.
But that's all right, as long as they come. I should have brought the girl in early. That was my fault. I forgot we had this morning.
We need this thing, dude.
I don't think so, but I brought it.
Morning, see?
Have it.
Chief, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
I think I'm gonna need that. We got all this in there. Let's see here.
Heard anything from our friend?
Down there?
Mm-hmm.
No. That just pops on there, just like.
It just loaded up, yeah. Every time we get together and figure out something.
Let's see, what time you get? I mean,
Says 9:29.
yeah, I got it, but same.
Be a good idea.
One zero.
Good morning. How you doing?
Ask me where it is. Drag it out as long as you can.
It's not 30 now.
I'm gonna call the recess meeting to order. Let us stand, invocation and pledge allegiance to the flag.
Our fathers, we come together today. We just ask you to bless this meeting. God, just be with each one of us, Lord, and all the things that we do and say. And God, may they be good for this county, but God, may they also be good for you. Just be with us now. Forgive us for the many times we fail. In your blessed name, amen.
Amen.
Face the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated. We have some budget amendments we need to take care of, and I'm gonna call on Lynn Hobbs.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Commissioners, today we have two amendments we're asking your approval. The first is related to the new ambulance billing software that's needed, the ESO software, which will be reimbursed by the vendor, but we will be paying those monies up front for the ESO software. It's $29,000. And then in order to comply with state requirements for archiving of records, there is a correction to what you have in front of you. We have determined 11 years' worth of data that must be archived. And so the cost for that would be the additional $10,000 in order to get all data archived and be in compliance with the state. So this appropriates the payment and the reimbursement for the ESO patient billing software and the funds for the archive conversion. The total is $39,000. The second amendment is related to the Sheriff's Department. We have received a check from the insurance company for proceeds for a sheriff's vehicle, a 2010 Dodge Charger that was totaled in an accident, and we wanted to get those funds appropriated in order to see about the replacement for that vehicle, and that's in the amount of $15,614. And I'll try to answer any questions you may have about either of those.
Any questions? No questions, then entertain a motion to approve these budget amendments.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Wells, seconded by Commissioner Morgan. Any discussion? All in favor of this motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it, unanimous.
Thank you.
Okay. Next thing on the agenda, I'm gonna recess the recess meeting and call to order the Central Nash Water and Sewer District Board. And I'll call on Derek to present Phase 4 additional work.
Good morning, District Board.
Morning.
One, thanks for getting this on the agenda. There are some future customers that have been very antsy to get some of these water lines under construction, and they've been very patient with us, some back to 2007. So although it wasn't critical to get it on the agenda today, they certainly will appreciate that. So yeah, we're looking at the agenda item is Phase 4 additional work. This request includes approval of a change order number 2 for Phase 4 waterline project with Herron Rheinbach, also an engineering design contract amendment, 14 with the Wooten Company, and amendment 23 to the Central Nash Water Sewer District Project Budget Ordinance that reflects the increases described in the change order and engineering contract amendment. To give you some information about change order number 2, the additional cost is for an overall increase of $165,776.78, bringing the total construction contract to $3,981,000 and some change. The new improvements will serve approximately 59 new customers along these additional roads of Adolph, Blake, Fox Run, Fraser, Friday, Red Fox, Sandbridge, Schooners, and Surrey Top Road. The amount of this change order, the $165,776.78, takes into account construction costs of the new water lines estimated at $370,563.66. Pleased to report that we had cost underruns so far of $204,786, so the balance needed is only the $165,776 number. That amount is available in the contingency line item. The other, if you have any questions about the change order, I'd be happy to answer that now, or I can move on to the amendment. The engineering amendment number 14, I wanted to apologize, a little discrepancy there. The actual amount that we're looking at is an additional $36,900, not the $34,500 as shown. There was additional $2,400 for environmental permitting, environmental assessments that were in the amendment. But this additional amendment is for the design costs and construction observation necessary to construct these roads. Funds necessary for these additional services are available within the project contingency also, as shown, and is reflected in the Amendment 23 project ordinance. Recommended action, of course, is just to approve change order number 2 with Herron Rheinbach, Amendment 14 with the Wooten Company, and then the project budget ordinance number 23 as attached. Happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions from any commissioners?
Eric, are we still in the mode where we're spending total grant money?
Yes.
Okay.
This is, yes, entirely grant money.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure, this may be one of the last, maybe the last additional roads that we do. Unfortunately, USDA is trying to pull back funds as much as possible, so although I haven't confirmed that totally, I'm inclined to think this will be the last phase of this project, and then we'll work towards project closeout.
Does that mean that no funds will be available, or it's just going to be less?
It means, we got a substantial amount of grant. We got $1 million in grant from USDA, and we're still moving. With 4 phases, we've moved some money around and paid some previous phases that were We had saved some money using those grant monies and paid them towards Phase 3 and Phase 4 costs. But this is all grant money. What I'm saying is this project will be included in the grant funds that are already available. But other funding that's remaining, they may want to take back.
Okay, any further questions?
Is there a deadline for this phase 4?
Not a hard deadline. I mean, this change order, we're looking at 90 days construction, and that has to go to USDA. This change order will go to them for approval. Once they approve it, once we release the contractor, he'll have 90 days then to do the work.
With this change order, the engineering amendment is related to this particular change order, right?
Yes, so to do the additional roads, there was some environmental permitting, and USDA wants you to have a full-time inspector on site during the construction phase of the project. So it also accounts for that construction inspection work as well.
And how much contingency remains?
We have, if you go to should be the last page of this section, Phase 4, we have roughly almost $25,000 in contingency remaining.
Okay.
And I will say, because we've shifted some funds around, that total balance of $6.9 million that's listed there, I think is actually a bit more than that. It's in the about $7.1 million range.
Thank you.
Any further questions? If not, I entertain a motion to approve the contract, change order number 2 and 2 amendments, Amendment 14, Amendment 20, what is it, 23? Amendment 23. I entertain a motion to cover all of it.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Moved by Commissioner Davis,
Second.
seconded by Commissioner Outlaw. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have that, unanimous.
Thank you.
All right. At this time, I'm going to adjourn the Central Water and Sewer District Board and call back in order our recess meeting.
You want a motion, Mr. Chairman? I think we normally do that with a motion.
Yes,
So moved.
moved by Commissioner Davis,
Second.
second by Commissioner Morgan. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it. And the next thing on our agenda is open meeting law.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, something has come up on Friday that we will need to go into closed session, either before the webinar or after the webinar, whatever your pleasure is.
We got, what, 20 minutes?
That should be plenty of time.
That should be plenty of time. All right, I entertain a motion to go into closed session for economic development. Motion by Commissioner Richardson, second by Commissioner Wells. All in favor of the motion, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it.
For economic development purposes.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, for economic development.
That's what I said.
I'm asking that out there. I'm afraid you didn't have it with you. What we're gonna ask him is.
Derek.
I figured you could get to me quick enough to get to you. If you would.
I might want a minute while I'm sitting there.
Throw that